Good morning from beautiful Tennessee, folks. You know, I'm not religious, but when I see scenery like this, I know there is no leaves, it's February 2nd, whatever, Saturday, maybe February 3rd. But the weather is amazing, just the right amount of sun. What is it? 45, 50 degrees right now. You can hear the birds. The water has very nice color today. It's still stained, but it's not milky. I'm not religious, but when I see something like this, I spontaneously just feel like saying, God bless. Everything is absolutely perfect right now. Back to fishing. Last week, January 26th, I was here. I spent 3 hours scanning the 15 feet water from the dam all the way to the shallow end. Didn't find jack. Just before I go home, I found them very, very shallow all the way on the bank, and I caught up enough fish for a video, but didn't have much time. Today I'm gonna start shallow, and guess what? They're gonna be deep. Like all American generals, I'm always ready to fight the last war. Starting shallow, 5 feet of water, 45 degrees water temp. It's only 5 feet here, so we're gonna need to probably use the float, but I'm gonna try. This is 1.5 gram tungsten. I have to tie again the 1 gram BG1 here for 5 feet of water. 1 gram BG1 is just the perfect jig for 5 feet of water. Yeah, this is to keep it off the bottom, you have to run it too fast. We're gonna need to switch to 1 gram or switch to float. Folks, look at all of these fish in 3 feet of water. Look how many. Right here. Let's try to... Give me a second. Let's try to... This is my shallow float because it's fixed. 3 feet of water. Finally one fish, folks. This fish is running. Okay, well, I'll take a few of these. Man, what a fight. This fish was a fight somehow. I don't understand why. Somehow was a fight, and somehow there is a few fish right in front of me over here. Finally a fish. Oh man, that was a different fish. That was a nice fish. Man, that's so shallow. In February they are so shallow. And that was a nice fish in between them too. God, you gotta start yanking and setting some hooks. Man, this is a good bluegill, folks. This is a good bluegill. I missed a couple of very nice fish here. Is there really nothing here in front? See, this is full of corrugated pipe, and I see a bunch of corrugated pipe and no fish around it. It's amazing. The whole bank was full of fish. And here, look folks, if you think I'm kidding you, the whole bank was full of fish. This is all corrugated pipe, which DNR decided to do a good deed. Let's help these folks catch fish. And what did they do? The whole bank was full of fish, but here, where they dropped the corrugated pipe, there's no fish. Because they don't check these things. It should work, it kind of makes sense, and they don't check them. And turns out it doesn't work. It should work, but it doesn't. Nipik. Come on now. Come on now. Nipik, nipik, nipik. Nipik. Connection. See, when you don't use the trolling motor, you can catch them pretty close to the... Is this a channel catfish? In the last video I caught one right here. Hopefully it's not. It is not. What is this? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look here, folks. Look here what I caught on the BG1. When you have with the size 12 hook, this is the BG1 size 12. This is a benchmark in ultralight fishing, folks. Look at this, folks. This is the most, I think this is a better catfish bait. This is a better catfish bait than skipjack. That's my opinion. And it makes me wonder now, how abundant are these guys? And if sometimes what I'm seeing on live scope is this, and I'm getting frustrated that I can't coerce them to bite, but in reality these fish are, you can catch them on lures, but you know, they're like shad almost. They don't really, they very small stuff. It's kind of a challenge. You can catch them on lures, but it's kind of a challenge to catch them on lures. Casting on the bank, kind of blind right now. I cast in front of live scope. I use live scope to see if there is fish around me, but when I cast right now, I don't know if my live scope is not pointed there yet. And yeah, there is just fish shallow. I already established that. And I do feel the niblicks, but there is a lot of baby bluegill, I think, also. There's a few bluegill here right on the slope, right on the drop-off. I think I got one of them, and then I lost it. There's, I told you, there's not even a bluegill. Not even a bluegill. Man, I love shallow fishing. That's where my heart is. My heart is shallow fishing, folks. That's just what I like. There's one more. And right here. Freaking amazing. And it feels so good with this rod. It's freaking amazing feel. By the way, let me know if your presso reel sounds like mine. I don't think it will sound like mine. Let me start using the net. Why am I doing this? I do use my grease on the presso reels also, not just on the Soare and Complex XR reels. Presso reel has a very tiny felt, but somehow it works okay actually. I want to clarify that. Somehow the presso reel works fine. It doesn't surge like the Complex XR and the Soare XR reels. But still I like it a little slower. I want to count the clicks on my drag. I just want to count them. And when I put my grease, it just makes it extra slow. And I just like that for some reason. I want to say aesthetically, but it's not aesthetically. It's, what is the parallel? What is the same thing like aesthetically but for audio? Euphonically? Something like that. Acoustically? I just acoustically really enjoy the slow clicks of drag. It does something for me. The slow clicks of drag. You set the hook and you listen to the line slip like ta 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 ta. That's the perfect drag tension, drag performance when it sounds like this. The wind is blowing me around right now. Yeah, I'm afraid to use the trolling motor. I'm gonna spook everything. There's another one. I know they're little, but when it hits my palm, don't tell me it's not fun. When this thing hits my palm, and a little bluegill will make a good hit. A little bluegill will give you a better vibration all the way down to your hand than a crappie. Crappie kind of clutches and holds, and the vibration is not that strong. But little bijiks, they're gonna shake it up when they grab it. You're gonna feel it. For young kids who are learning how to twitch, find them a school of small bluegill. They play good game and they hit good so the kid can feel the bite and start to recognize the bite. Because when you're teaching a kid, you're probably not gonna buy for him like a $900 setup like what I'm holding right now, right? So it will be easier for him to feel the bite of a bluegill than the bite of a crappie. Yep. There's one. This one feels just a little bit better. I mean, just a little bit better. Oh, he's a little Mr. Basic. So enjoyable. Okay, let's net Mr. Basic. School of bluegill, cast right in the middle. What did I catch? Little Mr. Basic. Man, there is fish shallow here too. Very shallow, 3 feet of water. Very shallow. Okay, they're little bijigs, but okay. So what? They're little bijigs, but they shallow and they're ready to play ball. Yeah. I'll take him. Nobody really. Let me cast all the way there then. It was a good cast. Man, that's a beautiful cast, right in front of a tree branch. Perfect cast, perfect scenery, and here is the reward. The Sahara, by the way, this is stock drag. No eyefish grease in the Sahara. Perfect drag. Daiwa and Shimano both went backwards. Their previous generations of reels had absolutely perfect drags. And both of their latest generations, they screwed it up. Because once you are at the peak of something, if you make any changes, you're going downhill. And they have to make changes. That is the curse. That is the curse of manufacturers. Alright, folks. I'm putting this rod away. I'll put most of them away and get ready for leaving. And on the way out, I'm gonna fish that same super shallow bank, 3 feet of water over there. This is where I had the most fun, even though I didn't catch the most fish. But it was the most fun because it was so shallow, and I don't know, I thought I caught the biggest bluegill over there too. Fish, 3 feet of water. Let's see what we got. Not the smallest fish of the day either. Wow, look at that, shell cracker. Haven't seen many of those. Very shallow. Not the smallest shell cracker either. Where's my fault? Managed to cast right up against the sun. Fish, man. Right up against the sun. In a crappie. In a crappie. 3 feet of water. It's the name of the game. There is some right here if I didn't spook them. Yep. I didn't see nothing in this sun. I just checked it. I just jigged it even though it was afloat. I just jigged it and there was a fish there. I don't know why shallow fishing is so satisfying. Oh, fish. Is this fish? Yeah, it is a fish. There was no bite. He ate it and tried to... Man, crappies in 3 feet of water, folks. They are here in 3 feet of water in freaking February 2nd. 45-degree water. Go tell me, in 45-degree water, they still can be on the bank. They can still be on the bank. If you don't believe me, look at the trolling motor churned up a bunch of mud. And the fish is still here. The fish is still here. Look at the mud. Look at the fish. We are in 2.5 feet of water. The fish is here and they are eating. And what's more important, they are eating. Schlapperoo. Again. Man, the bite is good in 2 feet of water, folks. The bite is good, let me tell you, in a crappie. In a crappie of all things. I'm tired of losing fish. I'm gonna net the last few fish of the day. I'm gonna net them, even though these are not tournament winning fish. I'm gonna net them anyway. These waves are perfect right now. I don't need to twitch much. Man, it feels good, man. It feels good. Oh, even Mr. Bass is here. Everyone is here today. Everyone is here in 2 feet of water. It's a party. It's a party today. Everybody likes the gray on gray. You people stop hating on my gray on gray jigs. What's wrong with gray color head with gray color trout magnet? What is wrong? The paint will never chip. Right here. And it's a crappie, man. I can definitely cast here from the banco. From the banco. Alright, folks. I'm gonna close the video with this dinky crappie and this gorgeous scenery. Had another blessed day. It was absolutely amazing. Even though I didn't catch that many fish. Maybe I caught 40 fish all day. Maybe 45, something like that. And nothing. I don't think if there was a single fish clearly over 10 inches. And I still had fun. I scanned the lake, it was beautiful. The scenery was beautiful, the weather was beautiful. What else do you want? But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'm disconnecting from beautiful Tennessee. See you. Bye bye.